It's called Inception.
You've been thinking about this film working on the script for about 10 years, probably thinking about it before that. When The Matrix came out with that same kind of muscular metaphysics and its rules for an unreal world, did you go a little bit, as if, a little bit of a pop culture thunder had been stolen?
No, I didn't. It was sort of a different thing. I was looking at the range of movies that came out around that time, dealing with the nature of how do we know what's real, what isn't real? And I'm thinking of, The Matrix was one of the most successful. I think Memento was one of those films as well. But you had, Fight Club, you had Existenz, you had The 13th Floor, you had Dark City. It was an interesting, subgenre of movies, really dealing with one key question, which is, how do we know what's real and what's in our minds? And for me, Inception was really born of wanting to look at that down the other end of the telescope and say, okay, I want to really absorb the audience and embrace them and bring them into enjoying that experience of creating a world for another character, creating an artificial reality, an alternate reality, and building that with the audience. Really sort of doing the opposite of what those films had done.
I can access your mind through your dreams.
He'd been on my radar for quite a while, and then I heard that he wanted to make a film, in grand Hollywood scale that was, very existential and surreal and cerebral, and had to do with entering the subconscious of the dream world. And you immediately say, well, that is something interesting. That's not something you see come out of Hollywood every day. I endorse this type of movie. I love watching these types of films. I love being a part of this type of film because I know that these original ideas don't come about very often. And it's not that they necessarily don't come about very often, but they don't get financed that often.
It's the chance to build cathedrals, entire cities, things that never existed, things that couldn't exist in the real world.
He built the set on a 360-degree rotating device that, so the floor really was spinning out from under my feet. There was the wire version where he took the set and turned it on its side so that now what used to be a hallway is a 10-story tower with wires coming down it and them shooting up this way. And yeah, he figured out all sorts of clever devices to create that sequence.
I love the approach that Christopher Nolan takes and the secrecy. I mean, it doesn't feel that secret to me. It's just kind of like, don't put the script online so that when you go and see it, it's going to be this magical, engaging, immersive, surprising experience. I mean, I know for one, that's what I love. So I love being able to be like, sorry, can't talk about it.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it, Ariadne. How did you get here? Where are you right now?